Day 3 of our Western Serbia road trip. We're leaving Mokra Gora today and we're heading to what's meant to be the best viewpoint in all of Serbia.
Yeah, so we've had an incredible stay. We stayed at a place called Violetta Rooms, which is a kind of like a homestay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This lovely couple looked after us and they were super kind, incredibly hospitable. They were giving us all sorts, like coffee.
Rakia, of course.
They were really, yeah, had a lot of rakia. But yeah, really great stay. Loved it.
It's time to hit the road and check out Tara National Park.
So join us on day 3 of our West Serbian road trip. Let's go! We've just turned on to the road for Tara National Park. How long is it? Like, say 40-minute drive from now. But today is actually because of the Serbian Orthodox calendar. Yeah, it's their Christmas Eve. It's the 6th of January, so today's their Christmas Eve, and we got woken up this morning in our homestay by gunshots every other minute and cars driving up and down the road like beep 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 beep, beeping the horns. And they have like these trees attached to their car that are like the brown branches. Yeah, the leaves are all like dead. But I said this the other day, I've seen a lot of people going around like buying the branches or getting the branches, and today we've figured out that they're putting them on their car. I guess it must be something to do with the Christmas celebration, or what's it called? Boff?
Yeah, Christmas celebration.
What do they call it? Bosvich. Yeah. We learned Christmas in Serbian is called Bosvich. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, our homestay family, they have all their family coming over tomorrow and today, I think they said as well. So they'll start their celebrations today. But yeah, it's quite cool being in another country during their Christmas, which is totally different from our Christmas, because we celebrated Christmas last month on the 25th of December. So yeah, it's quite cool to see how other places around the world do it. Look at all these turns we've got coming up. Lucky for us, neither of us get car sick, because if we did, that'd be a problem. Yeah, it's quite a wiggly road up there, and it's up the hill as well. So it's kind of turning corners every other second.
But usually roads like this lead to epic scenery.
Yes. So we'll be rewarded when we get to the top, and it's looking good today. It's dry, which is a bonus. There's a little bit of sun. It's cloudy, but it's not raining, which is important. So yeah, we are on the way to some epic views. Now we're in the national park. We've just driven through the gates of the national park, and it looks like a really nice like redwood forest or something. There was like cabins and stuff back there, but now we've got another half an hour drive until we get to our, is that a viewpoint?
No, just a little resort town. Like
a resort town, okay, till the town, where we'll hopefully grab some breakfast, because we had coffee. We got coffee this morning. Our lovely hosts made us some Serbian coffee, which is good. It's very similar to like Bosnian coffee, where it's like the powder, they mix it and boil it on the stove in like the tin thing, the tin jug, and then they pour it into the mug, so it's like quite thick. But yeah, really nice.
It's good. We've stopped at Mitrovac, which is like the resort centre of the Tara National Park. So there's a little supermarket, restaurants, things like that. We've ordered breakfast, got eggs. They're also served with kajmak, which is the clotted cream cheese that we had in Belgrade. So yeah, we're going to explore this little resort after breakfast and head to the best viewpoint in Serbia. Big loaf of
Big
bread,
loaf.
basically.
Yeah, we've basically got one massive side loaf of bread. This looks like the size of my hand. Okay, it's the same size as my hand. Our sunny side up eggs, and then
Seems
that's
like
the
freshly
kaimak.
baked as well.
Yeah, it looks pretty fresh. And then Serbian coffee, which is very nice.
We're still in Mitrovac and we're coming to the local visitor centre, and we're on the second floor. It's all about bears.
Yeah.
So obviously you can see bears here during certain seasons.
Certain
when they're
times
not
of
howling.
year. Let's try and find out by reading when we can see the bears.
And the bottom floor is all about like Serbian traditional countryside culture.
Yeah,
Shows
like,
you the old clothes that they used to wear.
and rugs and things as
Some
well.
pretty dodgy footwear. Yeah, it's cool to check out.
I think you can measure yourself and see if you're as tall as a bear when you go down.
Who's scarier, me or the bear? Bear.
To be fair, you're not that far off him in terms of height. Well, actually, maybe he's like a few inches above. But they're scary. They're cute, but they're scary. What about me? How tall am I?
You're up to his chin.
Oh, that's no good. I wouldn't stand a chance.
Tara National Park's actually a massive national park. So the area we're covering today is just a small part of the national park, the kind of highlights, you would say. But there's so many different viewpoints, different places you can go, different sports you can do. But now we're going to head to the most iconic part of the park, the best viewpoint in all of Serbia. It's known as, and it's called Banjska Stena, if I'm saying that correctly. It's about 6 kilometers from here. So let's head over and check out this view.
We're back on the road, and this road is 6 kilometers. If you maybe see how bumpy it is. Apparently it takes to do 6 kilometers, it was going to take about what, 25 minutes?
Yeah.
And we can now see why. Because it's an unpaved road and it is very bumpy.
I think this is just the car park up here.
Yeah, I know, but well, in a wee minute. So it's in a kilometre and a bit to go. But there's people ahead of us.
No, I think we've got to walk a kilometre.
Ah,
car
oh, so you
park
park here. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, got you. Yep, we've arrived. Let you see. There's the car park. People here. Oh, there's dogs. Having a little play fight or a fight? I don't know. Maybe a play fight. So we've just started our walk in the forest, and the first thing we saw when we arrived was a sign with a giant bear saying, "We're watching you." So yeah, that's in both our minds, isn't it?
Luckily they're sleeping, but if it was summertime I'd be maybe a little bit more panicked. But
Yeah, well, hopefully they're sleeping.
we did read what to do if you do see a bear in the visitor centre.
And we read what not to do, and what you shouldn't do is run away, play dead, or climb a tree.
You got to look it straight in the eye,
And then just walk
walk
backwards
back slowly and not make a noise. So at
Fingers
least we're
crossed
prepared.
we don't need, well, fingers crossed we don't need to experience that. This is nice though. A little walk in the woodies. Another sign telling us about brown bears and how they're hanging about. And they'll see us before we see them. Spooky. Just had a first glance. This is nice. Look at this.
you can see why they call this the best viewpoint in Serbia. So we made it to the top. What a view.
Yeah, it's unreal.
This canyon is called the Drina Canyon. That separates Serbia, where we are, to the other side is Bosnia. The water is like a blue-green colour.
Yeah, on a sunny day I bet it's absolutely unbelievably beautiful.
But it's actually a man-made lake. It's part of a dam, and the view is absolutely epic.
Yeah, it's unreal.
It's really cool. I never actually knew until I did a bit more research that we're so close to Bosnia. You watch our Bosnia videos just up here.
And you
Yeah.
hear that? I don't know if you heard that, but those are the gunshots that we keep hearing. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but
It's Christmas gunshots basically.
yeah. Maybe getting their Christmas dinner prepared.
Let's go see some more of this view. Time to head back to the car. Definitely an epic viewpoint.
Unreal.
And
It
well-
was busy as well, like a lot of, I guess it's the day before, it's like Christmas Eve here in Serbia, so probably a lot of families are off work, and it's a nice like easy walk. Viewpoint is unreal, but yeah, definitely worth the visit.
The day we got as well was perfect.
The sun's just come out too, so
So
it made it look all the prettier.
yeah, time to head to our next destination, Zlatibor.
Yep,
Get some road trip snacks.
yep.
Got about an hour and a half to drive, so hopefully make it there before it gets dark.
Dan just pretending he knows what he's talking about, looking at. First challenge is opening the actual front of the car. How long will this take him? Oh, there he goes. He managed to get it open. I don't know. There's basically a light coming on. There's a light come on in the car saying something like oil I don't know, oil something. We're the two most useless people in the world when it comes to anything to do with cars. He's doing something with the oil thing. So we don't know if it means that it needs oil or what. But we've stopped to turn the car off. Come on. Turn it on. What? Just pulled this out. He doesn't know what it means, neither do I. Yeah, he turns the engine off, then the light or the warning goes off, and then after a few minutes of driving it goes back on again. So what's your diagnosis?
Should be fine. I think it's got oil.
Diagnosis, should be fine, yeah, no worries.